everyone, it's Alyssa and welcome to You Can Learn Math. Today we are talking about order of operations. Order of operations. I've said this before, I'll say it again. A lot of times when we're talking about math concepts, the names sound more complicated than what the topics really are. So all order of operations means is if I have a string of steps to do in an equation, does it matter which one I do first? Is there an order to what I do? There is. Of course there is, otherwise you wouldn't be watching a video about it, right? Right. So, why does it matter what order we do things in? Now, you may remember from our commutative properties how you can move things around, that you can change the order of things, like 5 plus 2 and 2 plus 5, or 5 times 4 and 4 times 5. And those are the same thing. But what would what would happen, or what happens when they're combined? Is it the same? Well, what happens if I just went left to right? 5 plus 2 times 4. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Okay, so let's remember that. 28. Erase. Now, what happens if I reordered those? Like, what if I said, okay, like, well, it's addition and multiplication and we can move things around, right? Well, what happens then? 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. Oh, okay. So now going, first we had left to right, we got 28. Now we have 30. Okay. Well, what if I don't even reorder things? What if I just take that one at the top and I decide to do these first? Because it's not supposed to matter, right? What order I do things in. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. Oh, we're getting all kinds of answers here. And what if we take that other one? 2 plus 4 times 5. Well, 4 times 5 is 20, and 20 plus 2 is 22. 4 different answers with the same 3 numbers and the same 2 symbols. And there's actually some more combinations that we can make, but we'll stop there for now, just to give you a good sample or an example of why it matters what order we do things in. And my cat has decided to jump up and sit on my mouse. Well, that's weirdly appropriate, but please stop that. Thank you. He's sweet. He just likes to be included. All right. So there's an order of operations. Now this is an acronym you'll see in a lot of textbooks. PEMDAS. And this is referring to, this is parentheses, this is exponents, these go together, multiplication and division, and these go together, addition and subtraction. And this is from left to right, left to right. The reason I want to stress that those go together sometimes, because it is in this sort of PEMDAS, some students think, understandably so, that multiplication has to be done before division. No, just go left to right for both of those if they're together. And to show you a real world example of that, if I have 5 times 4 divided by 2, we're just going to go left to right. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10. If this were, would help if I actually had the eraser selected before I did that. If these were something different, like say if this was Get something that actually divides nicely. 6 divided by 3 times 2. I would not go, oh, multiplication, I need to do that first. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. Nope. You need to go left to right. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, so that's an important thing to remember. And the same with addition and subtraction. We want to go left to right. Left to right. Okay. All right, so parentheses. Let's do an example with parentheses. This means, let's say, if I had this one that we had earlier, let's see what happens, what makes it different if we add parentheses. If I just look at this and there are no parentheses, my order of operations would tell me to do multiplication before I added. So it would be 5 times 4, which is 20, plus 2 would be 22. Well, what if there are parentheses like this? That tells us even though this is addition inside, which normally comes after multiplication, you need to do it first. So in this case, it would be 2 plus 5, or 7, times 4 is 28. So there's our parentheses. And my stylus is just really running rough this morning. There it goes. Okay, exponents. If I have 5 squared plus 3, I don't try to add 5 plus 3. That really wouldn't work. You have to do this 5 squared first. 5 squared is 25, plus 3 is 28. Okay? So let's put all of these together and see what happens. So let's say I have oh, okay. So let's go through these step by step and see which ones we should do first. Parentheses. Okay, 6 plus 2. And it's okay when you're starting out to write down each step if you need to. If you can jump ahead, that's great too. But there's nothing wrong with writing down more steps to make sure you have everything right. Okay, so my parentheses, 6 plus 2 is 8. Then we have our exponent, 3 squared. That's 9. So now I have 8 plus 9 times 4 minus 5. Okay, I'll zoom out a little bit more. Now, what do I have? I have plus, times, and a minus. I need to do my times, my multiplication first. 9 times 4 is 36. Now I have 8 plus 36 minus 5. And I do that from left to right. 8 plus 36 would be 44. 44 minus 5 would be 39. And there's my answer. Okay. Now this can get very complicated when you have a lot of things going on. And a lot of times on tests they will try to trip you up and throw a lot of very complicated things. And they can be very, very long. But just do it step by step, bit by bit, and you'll get the right answer. So let's say, okay, let's say 3 times 4 squared minus 10 times 5 plus 3 divided by 6 minus 17 times 2. I have no idea what this is going to come up with. Let's see what happens. Okay, where do we start? We start with parentheses, like our little acronym up here says. Parentheses, 3 times 4, that's 12. Have my squared. Another parentheses, 10 times 5, that's 50. 17 times 2. Okay, what's next? My exponent. I've got one exponent here. 12 squared, or 12 times 12, is 144. Okay, now all I have left, I have a minus, a plus, divide, minus, and times. So my multiplication and division come first, and I'm going to go left to right. 3 divided by 6 is 1/2. 17 times 2 is 34. I made this deliberately messy. I was trying to anyway, and I succeeded. Okay, now all I have left are addition and subtraction, and I do those left to right. 144 minus 50 is 94. 94 plus 1/2 is 94.5. And 94.5 minus 34 is 60.5. Okay, and there we have order of operations in practice. So again, it's parentheses, exponent, multiplication and division together, just moving left to right, and addition to subtraction in the same step, moving left to right. And I think that's everything. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep making more videos. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great day. See ya.